today's event, I selected the wines very, very carefully. Two reasons. One is the kind of food we're having. Incidentally, the snacks that we have today, some of them, beyond pizza, they are the main course dishes. They serve with nice saffron rice and some vegetables and this and that. I said no. We will have these delicious snacks. I want our members to have them as snacks. So they cut the one piece and as you saw, there lamb and chicken. I think that they're delicious and most of the people meeting the saying they're very nice. So the snacks were there. The other thing was I wanted to have a bit of pairing and a bit of selection of wine, which we selected from the importer Agreta International. Very nice people. And he has a whole portfolio. I said, okay, let's select what is good for us and what is good for members, and it goes well with the food. So we selected 5 wines instead of normal 4. We've been doing 0 members. We were doing 5 all the time. But many people said, 5 gets too much. We get drunk here and we don't enjoy it. But anyway, I said, okay, today we'll have like this. So what happened? We started with Italian Prosecco. Prosecco is always Italian, by the way. DOC, I've talked a lot about in the last 2 events. Master class also conducted and everything. But this is one of the better Molettos. Moletto is the producer. And this is extra dry. Anybody tell me extra dry, what it means? Anybody that is a master class? Sugar level in this is, in extra dry, is 12 grams to 17 grams. It is sweeter. And I selected this because the brut can get to be dry under 12 grams, sometimes it's 4 or 5 grams. And with our palate, it feels a little dry. And here we're going to have spicy snacks, so I wanted to have extra dry. So I think it goes very well, as you might have noticed. With the spicy snack, you don't feel the sweetness, but you feel that it's nice on the palate. That is the idea. The bubbles are not as much as we would have liked, but I think that's because we opened before, but it's quite zingy on the palate. Now the next wine which I got this time particularly rosé, because rosé is something which, to be honest, I'm a great fan of rosé wine. Most men think it's a women's drink, but then a lot of people are ignorant everywhere in the world also, no problem there. The thing is that rosé is a great wine for summertime, winter time of course right now, but this rosé that they have is a unique rosé because it's made in Bordeaux and it's made from Bordeaux grapes, varietals, which means Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, so the taste is unique in this, and it's medium bodied, slightly tannic aftertaste, but it goes beautifully with lamb, for example, and even with chicken. It did a great job. And so we've had pizzas with Prosecco beforehand in any case. When we sit inside, we will have a Pinot Grigio. A Pinot Grigio is it's a typical staple wine of Veneto and Friuli area in the northeast of Italy, and everybody who produces wine produces Pinot Grigio. The Pinot Grigio is a wine which has been extremely popular in the US, and in India we've been doing Pinot Grigio now almost 3-4 years, and every time we've had Pinot Grigio, people have loved it. It's a nice wine, not too acidic, just slightly fruity flavors, so we can't go wrong with this wine. It will go well as an appetizer also. Normally we could start with Pinot Grigio as an appetizer, but in this case what we did was we are paired with the food that we have inside. There's a lot of food, as you might have seen in the menu, and where is Shagun? He's not here. Shagun, please, he's a guy, young man. I think we need to applaud for him because very enthusiastic and energetic and very supportive of our club. And the menu he gave me, I said, look, we go crazy eating all that food. So believe me, I cut about half of that. So don't mind, but if you are hungry, you can repeat whatever you want. But I thought that food was a bit too much. And we have salads, and we have soup, and then we got a main course which is huge, and then the dessert platter. So we better be careful when you're eating. And of course, drinking wine, there are 5 wines, 2 are gone, now we're talking Pinot Grigio. And the Pinot Grigio will be followed by a very nice Pinot Noir from Valdivieso. So that's from Chile. Now, Valdivieso, as Moletto, have been in India before many years ago, and in fact Delhi Wine Club has had dinners with Moletto wine separately and Valdivieso wine separately. In fact, I can tell you that we are privileged as a Delhi Wine Club to those of you who came for the 200 event. Now, Valdivieso has a wine called Caballo Loco. Now, Caballo Loco has been my favorite wine. It's the favorite wine of the ambassador of Chile, and so we've had wine dinners with Caballo Loco. Hopefully we'll have again. But we've had Caballo Loco for our 200 event and 10th year celebration also in 2012. And the export manager and the winemaker, at my request or suggestion, I didn't request him because I didn't pay for him, but they came to India just for that evening. And that was quite a privilege. People don't do that, but they said, okay, Subhash is doing it, we'll come. And we got Caballo Loco, which is the top wine of Valdivieso. And this one is a Reserva wine. Now you should know in Chile, when you order in a restaurant, there are many kinds of wine, but two basic distinctions you need to understand. Like in Prosecco, it's DOC or DOCG. DOCG is a better wine, but Monaco is a DOC, but they are one of the better older producers, so we have DOC. DOCG will be more expensive, honestly. In Chile, you have varietals, and then you have Reserva. Every producer will give you a varietal wine. So you go to a restaurant, Anaquena, Sauvignon Blanc. Then you go to another restaurant, you will find Anaquena, Reserva. So therefore, you have Valdivieso. Valdivieso is varietal. You can get Valdivieso Sauvignon Blanc, which I think one of the very best value for money that I've had in Delhi, and we served in the club also. But then they have the Reserva range, and the other day when we came for tasting, Puneet and Abhishek, who works with Agneta, and he brought his one bottle. He said, Mr. please taste kariye isko. And the wine was so good, I said, we gotta have this wine for our dinner. Pinot Noir is a wine of Burgundy, as you know, and it's there in Central Chicago, in Cleveland, and Oregon. But Chile has very few areas, select areas, because it requires cooler climate. In India, we can't produce good Pinot Noir. So far, we have not been able to do it. So there's a place called Casablanca in the valley. It's cool because it's very close to the ocean, and winds are foggy and cooler. So Pinot Noir does quite well. It's a cool climate wine, and it's done very well, to be honest. And I'm very happy with the taste, and I hope you like it. It's a wine which you can have it with the steaks, you can have it with chicken, you can have it with fish also, salmon and all that. So it's a very versatile wine, but provided it's nicely drinkable wine. So you let me know later on, how you like it. It's a matter of taste. The last wine that we have, again, very interesting wine. I told you, I've done the pairing, and also, if I were to match food and wine, it's very simple. Normally, you pick out the most expensive wine from all over the world and say, okay, here's the menu. The cost, only 45,000 rupees per person, So we can't afford that, obviously. Some of you can, but I can't. So the point is, we need to select wines which are good wines, good quality, and yet affordable. And that's my forte, that's my passion, and that's what I share with our members. So the last wine is in Grand Cru Santa Emilio. Now, Santa Emilio is on the right bank of Bordeaux. It's a beautiful area. Santa Emilio wines are excellent, and Indians love it. Why? Because they are more Merlot-based wines. Now, Bordeaux wines on the left bank, as they call it, Medoc, Haut-Medoc, and this area, Chateau Latour, Lafite, and all these wines, they have more Cabernet. Now, Cabernet wines are tannic, they need more time to mature, and you need proper foods with those wines. Here is Merlot area. Now, this particular winery has 90% of Merlot and 10% of Cabernet Franc. Give a good balance. So, the wines are very expensive in Santa Emilio, but I am a great supporter of one theory, my theory, which nobody has been able to prove wrong, including the producers of Santa Emilio and Bordeaux. I discussed with them. I said, "Hamare Hindu Islamiyon ka beवकूफ मत बनाओ, because we can't afford these wines. Don't try to sell us this wine." So, every great chateau has what they call second wine. The second wine is a wine which is similar grapes, but they are produced from the younger wine. So it's cheaper, the yield is more, they can produce it at lower price. And sometimes when they find the grapes are not very good for the top end wine, they take the same grapes and put them in the second wine. So this is, honestly speaking, the second wine, and one of the great values for Santa Emilio that's going around in town. So it's got 90% Merlot and 10% Cabernet Franc. No, this is a wine that has got nice balance, very well structured. It is an age also, but it drinks nicely. It's 2010, 4 years, 5 years, and now it's drinking quite well. But you will tell me afterwards how it is. I mean, we have got special tagine is there. We have some other Moroccan specialties that are there. So you try with that, and of course at the end the dessert platter is very amazing. They specialize in the desserts. Baklava, they say this is the best in town. We will taste and see how it is. So I think that's the rundown on the wine and the dinner that we're having today. I hope you enjoy yourself and thank you for coming. Short notice, but I'm really impressed that so many people have come. It's almost like a regular full dinner, So, but we'll have on 8 March also. And if you want to come at that point, well, he may not like it, but we'll have it, So no problem. We're only there anyway, and enjoy yourself.
Thank you. Cheers.